Green Bear, hello, welcome in. Happy Monday. Gonna go ahead and run that ad break real quick and get that out of the way as soon as it will let me. I think, yep, we're good to go. Let's get that done. And I will see you guys back here in a minute and a half. About 20 seconds and ad breaks over and we'll get things started. Thank you guys for waiting patiently. All right, ad break is over. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a great Mother's Day as well. Today we're going to continue on and hopefully finish up our creepy candle. I've already kind of got a game plan for the week ahead, and we'll go over that in a moment. Let's go ahead and switch over. And of course, we got quite a bit done on the last stream. We've got some finishing up detail touches. I think we're going to start off with a little light dabbing of sponge around the base of the candle, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to touch up the wax again, or the wax drippings again. But that's not a big deal. It won't take too long, hopefully. And a little bit of dry brushing, and of course the touch up on the wax drippings. Let's see. And then we're going to give it a matte varnish. Once that dries, we'll go over the wax drippings with a gloss varnish to make the drippings a little bit more shiny, because it is freshly melted wax after all. It has that more of a sheen to it than the antiqued candle wax. And then the eyeballs and the teeth, and put them on his base, and he's done. All set. So we should be able to finish him up today, and then tomorrow we're going to take a little break. We're going to do some gaming on stream. And then Wednesday, of course, like we talked, I'm going to take Wednesday off like I normally do. And I'm going to make a trip to the hobby store. I need to pick up a few odds and ends before we get into any further projects, including some brushes. And as to when we're going to start that next project, maybe Thursday, we will see. Of course, this week is a little bit, the end of this week, we'll play it by ear. Minchie's gone out of state on a trip to visit her grandparents, of course, and I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head what time she gets back Thursday. So we'll kind of have to play it by ear. But that being said, we're about to finish our first project here on stream. There will be a showcase video coming to the YouTube channel. I'll link in the chat here in a moment. Right there, Feral Moon Designs on YouTube. You can see all of my work. And then, of course, there's a secondary channel where you can catch all the VODs as well, the Feral Moon TV channel on YouTube. So that'll be coming to the YouTube channel. we'll be starting our second project, which is going to be a jerboa based on the Ark Survival Evolved game, that version of the jerboa. And I've got a whole list of projects. So plenty of stuff coming up. I'm very excited. I'm enjoying this tremendously. I hope you guys are as well. But I'll go ahead and stop rambling. I hope you guys had a great weekend, like I said. And I hope your week is off to a good start. Let's go ahead and get this underway and finish up a project, shall we? First things first, we need a sponge. And then, oh, let's see. We're going to go with the raw sienna, I think. But we're going to tone it down slightly with a little bit of, let's go with the hazy moon so it has a bit of a yellow to it. We'll mix these, water it down slightly, get this on the sponge and then dab it off on a paper towel because we want very little paint on the sponge. And I'm just going to lightly kind of tap across, you know, the exposed areas of the candle. And again, we'll have to touch up the drippings, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. I probably should have waited on the last stream to touch those up. It was kind of a waste of time. But hey, it won't be as intensive this time around, right? And then once that dries, like I said, we'll dry brush over it just to bring down some of the intensity of the sponging. And I also kind of want to run the dry brush in the starting on the outermost edge on the bottom here and work our way inwards slightly. That'll tone that down to a gradient of to a little of a gradient anyway. And then we'll hit the varnish. So let's get this thing started. And we of course want our base when we're mixing to be the darker colors, so we'll start there. I don't think we need a whole lot, so put a little dollop in there and then hit it with a dab of the yellow to tone, or the hazy moon to tone down the darkness slightly. And hold on one second. Let me wipe off this pipette. It's got alcohol all over it. And I need a mixing stick. Okay. We got the spooky mix on today, by the way. A little bit of everything in here. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Hopefully we don't mess this up. I want to get just a little corner here. See, I think that's still going to be a little too dark. Let's tone it down a little bit more. All right, wipe this off here. We've got a bit of saturation on the sponge, which is what we want, but I want to bring down the intensity so we'll get some of the excess out of there. Make sure I don't got paint on my hand. You know what? We may or may not need to dry brush. Well, we still need to do a little bit of dry brushing, but as far as over the entire surface, that might not be necessary. It's very, very faint, but that's the idea. Hey, what's up, Questionable? How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good day, sir. We're just getting things started here. Probably going to be finishing this guy up today. All right, let's oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. All right. We're gonna hit it a little bit more, but I need some more paint. So once again, get a good bit on there and then it's kind of wipe and dab off the excess because we don't want to go in there and hit it and then have like a big splotch of paint, right? So I try to get it like kind of roll the sponge and make sure there's no surprises hidden in there. Enjoying the beautiful weather we have. Looking at morons parking illegally in handicapped parking spaces. Oh, good times. But questionable, he's a special person, right? He's special. He can park there because he is special. Now, around here, we're lucky if people make it into the actual parking spot. Just kind of hanging out everywhere, you know? All right. I think we're about done with the sponging already. It's probably going to start going. It's going to go pretty quick today, I think. You know, we're down to the finishing details and that normally doesn't take too terribly long. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna just plop this guy in there. And we'll let him sit for just a moment and dry. He's a special little fella in a Silverado with his little hood open and all his all-terrain tires. Oh wow, he's sitting in the Walmart parking lot with his hood open, huh? He's definitely awesome. That's the kind of person we all want as a friend. Coloring the lines is an overstatement. How's your back today? Not bad. Not bad. Taking a leave this morning because my neck was kind of not having it, but feeling better. Spent the day yesterday having my Sunday fun day, just not on stream. I played Fallout 76 for most of the day and got some stuff done around here. Mowed the yard, all that fun stuff. All right. This is for the top. This is for the rest. So a little bit of dry brushing. We're going to go with my pour Ugh, I feel so bad for this brush. Can you guys tell I've used this brush a little bit? A little bit. This is one of the reasons why I need to make a trip to the hobby store on Wednesday. This poor guy. Poor guy. Need a massage. Something fierce. I'm hurting, especially after the first 4 tires I did. There was another 4-tire truck immediately afterwards. Oh, what, the other day? Man, she goes to a massage therapist. She tries to convince me to go, but man, between my anxiety and everything, and it seems awkward to me. I don't want some stranger rub it on me. Plus, I feel like as far as my issues go, because a lot of my back pain comes from tension pain from the anxiety disorder, you know, just constant adrenaline. Good times, let me tell you. I feel like the relief from a massage would be extremely temporary and not at all worth the money. Because that shit's expensive. It is expensive. I think. And she pays about $80 per appointment, somewhere in that ballpark. I'm gonna need a smaller brush. I'm hoping this doesn't completely mess up the eyes, but if it does, it's not a big deal because we can just go right back over it. I better make sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that too much. I don't want to do that. So we'll leave it. It did a little bit of what I was thinking, but not quite to the extent, and I don't want to keep going over it and make it look chalky, so. Do need to touch up some of this. Heh. Had a tiny little brush hair sticking out, and my hands are full, so nothing. I just kind of had to bite it off there. It's fine. It's non-toxic. It's fine. Okay. And we might not be going here for very long at all today. We are moving right along. Hey, as long as there isn't the odd happy ending, I'm cool with it. Silverado guy opens his hood, then buys wiper blades? Well, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if there's vehicles out there that literally made you, like, open the hood and disassemble half the damn vehicle just to put wiper blades on the way they make cars anymore. When I was in high school, I had a buddy that had an F-150, and my God, the amount of nonsense that you had to go through just to get to the spark plug. All right, so now we're back to touch-ups again. Oh no. Oh no. Water, help us. The paint was so low, it's like mostly dried out, chat. This is bad. I don't want to have to mix and match this color. And I very well might have to. Oh God. Yeah, this was almost empty. Shoot. Well, all we can do is try. Thankfully, like I said, we don't have to go over everything like we did last time, but so far, so good, it seems. Yeah, it's really just not getting the coverage that I need. Well, It's time to mix some paints. And hope like hell we can come close to matching it. All right, let's hope for the best here. I can already tell we're gonna need some more white in there. A little bit. Ooh, I need to add white paint onto my shopping list. I need to get a bigger bottle of it, like that bigger, what is that? 8-ounce bottle of black. Yeah, I need to get something like that. I think we got a little bit too much brown, so I'm just gonna have to keep a little bit more of that hazy moon. Oh boy. All right, a little bit of water. I need the clean water. Now it's slow. Be busy from, yeah, makes sense. Well, sorry, this isn't exactly too exciting here, mixing paint and whatnot, but it do be how it is sometimes, I guess. All right, let's give this a try, see what it looks like. Hey, not bad. At least to the point where it shouldn't be noticeable. Yeah, that'll work. Did pretty decent at matching that. Like I said, I wish we hadn't spent the time going over this again on the last stream, but if we hadn't, it would take me that much longer because it would take a pretty serious coat to cover everything. And this is just touch-ups, so not entirely as bad at all. Oh yeah, we got a new emote too, by the way. A little sippy boy. That emote was actually done for us for free by Reptilisa. Just kind of as an apology for taking so long with the alerts that are still coming. There he is. A little sippy boy. Also, if you're subbed to the channel in the Discord, which you can find if you're not there already, you can find it linked in the panels. If you're in the Discord already and you're subbed to the channel, in the behind the scenes channel on Discord, I posted a list of upcoming sculpts in no particular order, but those are some of the projects I would like to take on here. And one of those projects, hey, thanks, questionable. One of those projects is a little ways down the road yet, but in fact, it'll kind of spawn off of a full-fledged project. And it's something that I would like to do. Kind of inspired by what Andy Mech is doing. And at his insistence that I give this procedure a go. I would like to craft something that I can then take, not craft, but sculpt. I would like to sculpt something that I can then take and apply to a learning casting, silicone casting, and duplicate this item so that I can sell it. I can make and paint duplicates that way pretty quickly. And it'll all be, of course, a casting of the original sculpt. And then I'll paint that. And sell them to those interested. And I'm not going to like open up a shop or anything. I had the thought of doing Etsy in the past, but man, it sounds like there's a lot of nonsense that goes on Etsy these days. And I've seen some of it myself. You know, you think Etsy, it's supposed to be like a crafty, you go there, you find like original work from people and you can buy it. But like, I've seen it myself where there's like companies moving in and selling like prefab bullshit that's not handmade. And beyond that, even I just don't really I can't be bothered with running another. You know, I'm running the stream, the Discord, the YouTube channels. I really don't want to maintain Etsy. You know what I'm saying? So I think everything will just kind of be sold on stream and through Discord. I'll take orders, you know, while we're live or as we're making stuff. I really like the process that Andy has. Because I'm with him. I don't like selling things that aren't done. So what he'll do is he'll take a list of names. And when a project is complete and ready to sell, it's first come, first serve by the order of the list of names, right? First person gets to choose, then the second person gets to choose. And if they don't want anything, just say, hey, you know what? I'm not really interested in this. I'll wait till the next project. And no harm, no foul. And that seems like a pretty good system, in my opinion. I'll still be doing my normal projects, of course. These will be things that are done in between. That's the thing, you know. Minchie's always been insistent that, hey, you should sell this stuff, and my problem is when I make something, I'm making it because I want it. So I just hoard my shit, you know. But I'm running out of display spots. So I definitely need to start kind of mixing it up a little bit. Do my normal kind of sculpts, maybe sell some of those. But these are just, like, stuff like this is just too hard to cast. I'm not about to even try casting something like this. And you know, this is kind of what my normal projects look like typically, as far as complexity and I'd buy one, put it in my room next to my desk, next to the TV, though I would want one, the crow. Well, here's the thing. I want to sculpt a raven, as you can see in the behind the scenes channel, like a full-on raven sculpture. And a mix, like not realistic or anything, more of like a character kind of sculpt. But then I would like to take that sculpt as a model and just do his head, right? And make the head a magnet. So you have like a little raven head magnet. And that would be something pretty simple to start off casting, because there's not a lot of crooks and nannies. Because crooks and nannies make casting pretty difficult, of course. As they do. So if a raven would suffice, then there you go. And I don't know like pricing or anything like that. It would all come down to what materials are, and of course shipping would have to be paid by I can't cover shipping for everybody by myself, because that would just get too crazy. So in order to make it fair, just make shipping paid by whoever is ordering the item. And but for something like that, it's not going to weigh a whole lot. So but if I'm paying, if for every order I'm paying for shipping, I'm going to be eating a lot of expense, and that just doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it's all a little ways away. I want to spend a bit more time getting back into sculpting. Also getting familiar with new materials when we start using cosplay exclusively. We'll get some of these other projects out of the way first. And try to build up the stream a bit more. And speaking of building up the stream, if you guys have any ideas or, suggestions for channel point redemptions, by all means, um, general chat and Discord will suffice. Feel free to chime in on that. I've got some ideas, and it's something we'll gradually build out over time, but I'm open to ideas. We'll get your basics like a stretch break and hydrate, all that good stuff. This part of this song goes so hard. Favorite pottery smash? The sound just makes me laugh. A buddy of mine has sound effects. I mess with to scare him over and over again. Yeah, we're not doing jump scares. I don't need that. Last thing I want to do is have to repaint something because I jumped. The good news is this is going to be the worst part of this today. And it's not even all that bad. Just slow moving. Especially since we had to stop and mix paint. Work's really boring, so much so I've thoughts of bringing my own car back. What do you mean? Oh, working on your car? The Talking Heads really were a strange band, huh? I love them though. I can't help it. Okay, where are we at? Just to the front? Yep. Just the front drippings, and then we'll give this guy you know what, actually, we'll put his teeth in. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We're gonna give him a coat of matte varnish and then put his teeth in. Then we'll gloss varnish the wax drippings, and then it's time for the eyeballs. And then from there, well, from there, there's not much left to do at all. So many check engine lights, so little time. Oh boy. I appreciate you hanging out with me, Questionable. And any lurkers out there, thank you guys. Me and my Wii channel appreciate your support. I think I'm going to see if I can find some, when I go out on Wednesday to the hobby store, I'm going to see if I can find some 123 blocks, the hardened steel little blocks with the holes in them. Because I think if I get some bolts, some washers, I can use those to hold on to my armatures while I'm painting and sculpting, as opposed to using like these right here with holes drilled in them for the armature. That works fine for a time, but after you're moving around and stuff, those little holes get warped and the armature gets wobbly, and not great for sculpting, definitely not great for painting. So I feel like a set of 123 blocks would be pretty great to have. Whether or not the hobby store sells 123 blocks or not, I don't know. I probably have to go to Menards or Home Depot or something. Or maybe even just have to order them online. We'll see. I do like to, buy local if I can. And I like to avoid Amazon at all costs, so. All right, finger stretch time. Getting cramped. Trying to do all the little tiny crevices. Crooks and nannies are getting me. I need to go over some of it one more time. But overall, it's looking pretty good. We're about done with that portion. This band is so great live. Saw them a couple years ago. Holy shit, man. This band being AFI, for those maybe not hearing the music on the VOD or what have you. Very good. Very good live. These crooks and nannies are getting me. Thank God, only a few more to go. Gotta wash my brush. Okay, let's finish this. And what's the time? Okay. A little bit more coverage right here. This is another band that's really great live. Alkaline Trio. Honestly, kind of surprised me how good they were live. Love the band, and I expected to have a good time at the concert, but did not expect them to be as good as they are. Speaking of werewolves, that would be a super fun sculpt around Halloween this year. I think we're going to start spooky sculpts at like, what am I talking about? We're always doing spooky sculpts here. Holiday spooky sculpts. We'll start holiday oriented scoopy sculpts. Yeah, scoopy sculpts. Spooky sculpts in like the beginning of September. And we'll go through Christmas. I like to make my Christmas sculpts spooky too. All right, let's just gonna kind of spin them around and look for anything in need of a touch up. I need to do something I've been meaning to do. Just down here, you're not even going to see this, but once it's in the candle holder, but this needs to kind of be toned down and blended some, so. Much better. Now, once that dries, matte varnish, and we let that dry. And we'll have good timing for this too, because we're gonna have to take a break after this anyway, so I can, or a little quick one, so I can go give the dog her meds. Yep. I wish you guys could see like the actual detail. The lights kind of, and since we're working with such a similar color palette here, you know, with the lights hitting it, it kind of bleaches that out on camera. But I'm pretty happy with how this guy's turning out. There for a bit, I was getting kind of nervous with the antiquing, but I'm digging it. All right. All right, let that dry. You don't really need to worry about all that because that's going to get the gloss varnish, whereas this is just a matte varnish. I don't even think I've opened this yet. Nope. In fact, while we're waiting on this to proper dry, let's go ahead and take that quick break so I can give the dog her medicine. And we'll continue on. We are well on our way to finishing this guy up. Just a few more steps to do today, and he is done. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to throw a few links your way real quick. First and foremost, there's a link in the chat to the Discord. Best place to find all the latest updates with the stream when I'm going live behind the scenes. If you're subbed to the channel and your Discord and Twitch are linked. Plus, we're in there hanging out even when the stream's not live. We'd love to have you there. Hope to see you there. And you can find all of my projects on YouTube at Feral Moon Designs. Feel free to check those out. But for now, let's go ahead and hop over to the break screen, and I will be back in just a few. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and we'll continue on in just a few. All right. All set. Gonna give him a couple more minutes. May as well get my nicotine fix in while we wait. He's still a little bit, you can kind of see like a little bit of a film, like a haze while you're waiting on this stuff to dry. Good news is it dries super quick. As long as you're not, doing a thick coat, and you avoid any pooling or anything like that. That can take a while to dry, but nothing like that on this guy. So, unfortunately, the next phase of varnish is going to take a little bit longer, just because we're going in with precision instead of, an overall coating. And then once we're done with that, we'll get his teeth secured, then get his eyeballs in place and adhered. I'll make sure I change gloves before I start messing with his eyeballs. I don't want to get any remnant paint or anything like that. And then hopefully we don't have to wait too long on his eyes to set. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to use super glue or silicone. Super glue would dry instantly, but the silicone will provide a little bit of underneath padding and overall adhesion. Decisions. I might go with silicone, and if need be, I'll just tape his eyes in place until it's set permanently. We'll see. The last guy I put on his base with a epoxy, and that seems to be working well. So I think that's what we'll use. I don't want to use silicone because then we're going to have a gap. I think I'm gonna have to use this tiny brush. Got a little bit too much on the brush there. Stuff is super thin. Definitely got to be careful. Yep, there's the alarm. My bad. We don't need that. We already did that. Boy, it's certainly a quiet day today. Busy day for everybody, I guess. Yes, I'm liking this already. I'm going to set them down for a few after a couple more of these little strands. I don't want to be touching anything that's still wet. Yeah, let's let him set up for a few here. All right, so here through there, we're about halfway done with all that. And then, of course, the top. Almost done with the gloss varnish. All right, let that dry for a few. Finish up those last drippings, and then we'll get the top, let them dry for a minute, and then get those teeth in. Moving right along. I like it. I think this is the last strand. Okay, time to do the top. Not gonna do like down on the end. Whoa! Not gonna. Camera got in the way. Not gonna do down inside the handle holder portion because it's not necessary. Keep clipping the camera with my brush. Not the one you're watching, the other one, but And with that, that is done. Let that dry for a minute. And it'll be about time for the teeth. Just get my tools. And super glue. But yeah, like I said, let's let that dry for just a moment. Especially on this side. What I'll do is a little dab of super glue on the tips, and we'll pop them in. And they're taped in their actual positioning, so while we're waiting on that to dry, let me grab the silicone. And where's my epoxy? It's still not quite dry at the top. Let's let it sit for a minute still. I feel like this gloss definitely takes a little bit longer to dry than the matte. Same brand and everything, but one tooth is in. This top one, you know what? We're gonna wait on that guy. This guy's going to be tricky. Okay. Like I said, moving right along, huh? I might need that still. I think I'm going to stand up for this portion. So bear with me if I'm away from the microphone slightly. I won't be able to talk, but all right, we're going to let him sit there for a few. I really need to get some a diluted super glue that I can squirt in with a dropper. I don't know where people get that stuff or what it's even called, but man, that would be nice. How long does this stuff take? Wait 24 hours before exposing to water. Right. Paintable. Allow to dry at least 2 hours before painting with latex or oil paints. So I wonder. Let me see what the precision is on this dropper on the super glue. Probably not very. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I kind of want to let him sit, chat. And to be honest, he's done, other than putting some epoxy on the bottom and slapping him on that candle holder. This candle holder. Oh, you know what? While he's drying, we still have something to do here. I keep forgetting about it. And I need to get some paint colors out, so bear with me. But we need to paint this. But hey, I can go ahead and start cleaning up some of these other paints, so that works. Okay. Start with yellow. And we only need a tiny bit. Where's my, oh, it's right in front of my face, my lord. And we need a brush. And just brush over this real thin, maybe 1 or 2 coats, probably just the one. Okay, and now we need orange. And I just ruined my dropper. Good thing we're done. I accidentally dunked it in the paint. And then basically probably a couple coats here, just kind of brushing up. Not, we don't want bumped, like, we don't want lumps like that. So it's good enough for me. I let it dry for a minute and hit that bottom portion with the orange again, but matter of fact, let's see. I think a flat brush is going to do better for this orange, but I don't know if I have a small one that's clean. This will have to do. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, paint is done. I think his eyeballs are good to go. I still kind of want to let him. I'll tell you what. We'll give you guys a look. Him in his base. And let's go overhead. I'll put him in. Put epoxy on the bottom and attach him to the candle holder. But other than that, he is done. I'm just gonna let him set though, so that silicone under his eyeballs can set. I don't want to risk it. So what I'll do, I'll let him sit like this for a couple hours. Then I'll get him on the epoxy. I'll put the candle in the top, and I'll take some pictures and post it in Discord and on Instagram, of course. And then just be on the lookout for the showcase video that's coming on the YouTube channel at Feral Moon Designs, which I'll link in the chat here right now. Be sure to follow the channel, and I'll get a full showcase video out here in the next, well, as soon as possible. But other than that, our boy is done, folks. Thanks, Fire Shadow. Let me put the these candles flicker too, but I have a remote that I have to use. It looks like it's flickering, but that's just the refresh on the camera with the LED. It's not actually flickering. The flicker setting is not on right now. I'm pretty happy with him, man. I'm digging it. He's definitely better than my first one. But anyway, let's get him back on his post. Put him on his pillow so he can have a rest. You know, if I put those sponges down here, it kind of looks questionable, doesn't it? Oh no! Ah! You see? I was screwing around. Don't screw around when you're doing this stuff, chat. This is why. Now I can't find. There they are. We're gonna put another dab. I have absolutely zero question that this stuff will hold. It just needs to set. This stuff is like cement when it dries. It's not your rubbery variety of silicone, you know? Oh. Why you give me so many issues right now? Stop it. All right, now I need to stop messing. Let that sucker dry. It's good enough. His eyes aren't exactly perfect. But hell, they're close enough. In fact, I think the only place you really notice it is from underneath, and you're not going to be looking at him from underneath. You know, facing him head on, it looks fine. We've got contact. This one's definitely adhering. That one was until I was being a dumbass. But we should be good now. All right. That's that. Set that epoxy over here because I'm going to need that to attach him to the base. And other than that, we're good to go, I think. And with that, folks, our first completed project on the stream. Look at those nasty, sweaty gloves. My God, that's disgusting. I won't be held accountable for that. It is humid and hot today, so. Anyways, we are done. The candle is complete. He's just got to dry. And like I said, be on the lookout. I'll post completed shots on Instagram sometime in the next 24 hours. Also in Discord, which is linked in the chat there if you haven't yet joined us. And again, just a quick reminder, if you're subbed to the channel and you're in Discord, check the behind the scenes if you'd like to see a list of upcoming projects in no particular order. And we'll be adding to that, of course. Also, just a reminder, if you guys have any ideas for channel point redemptions that you would like to see, share those in Discord. In general, will suffice. Because once I hear back from Reptilisa with our alerts, I will be getting all of that set up. So we'll start working on those gradually. And also, within the next week or two, be on the lookout for a showcase video of this very project on the main channel at Feral Moon Designs on YouTube, which is linked in the chat right there. But with that, let's hop on over here. Our next project is going to be a jerboa. One of these boys. We're going to be using glass eyes for this project also. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm nervous. I've never sculpted an animal, but it looks like a fairly simple armature. I think what we'll start off with is like a little bean, a jelly bean. Get that smoothed down, bake it, drill holes for the legs, and then I can run those armatures through and form them. Then we'll build off for those thighs there. Same with the arms, drill through it, run the armature wire through. And we'll have some wire sticking out for the head when we make our little jelly bean to start. Then what I'm thinking is trying a new process for fur, where I flatten a bunch of little sections out and kind of cut from one end in a bunch of little strands, but leave it all attached at the bottom side, and then press those in a layer. It's going to be tedious as all hell, but if it works, the end result is going to be well worth it. And we're going to be using cosplay. No Sculpey, gray cosplay, no flesh tone nonsense. I still have 1.25 pounds of Sculpey left, but we'll use that when it's more appropriate. With something like this, I want to use cosplay because it's more of a rubbery consistency. And for that fur and those ears, that's going to be paramount. So it'll be an interesting project, but I'm looking forward to it for sure. We'll do pre-baked claws and jam those into his toes. The ears will be interesting. We'll use a wire outline armature, I suppose, and probably pack it with foil like a almost like a little net, just to have a base layer. And then we'll sculpt on that. We'll get our base form, right? And smooth it and bake it. And then we'll start adding to it for formations, textures, eyeballs, all that. So that is the game plan. I actually found a little reference that was kind of cool. Somebody did, let's see if I can find it here. What the hell is it? I also have a few references of 3D models from the game that'll come in handy. I'll print these all out on a reference sheet for just to have handy. Oh, I don't see the one. I can't think of what that stuff's called. It's like felt something or other. It's very cool. I would never want to do it, but the people that are... What is this? I think that's... Is that? Yeah, that's a stuffed animal somebody made. That's crazy. I can't find the one that I was wanting to show. That one's kind of cool too. It kind of looks not like a jerboa, but here it is. What's this called? I hope this doesn't take me to something weird. Okay. Of course, I don't see the picture that we clicked on anywhere. What the crap? Anyway, this process is like, it's felt something or other. They like almost kind of like pushing and pulling and forming your structure out of felt. It's kind of cool. Very tedious, but look at that end result, man. Let's see if I can. There we go. Doesn't that look cool? So I think that's a good reference for the body form as far as our general shape goes. And then, like I said, we'll build off of that with more clay for texturing. And then the base is going to be fun for this guy too. We'll give him a nice little desert themed base. That'll be fun. I do enjoy making the bases very much. It's one of my favorite parts. But anyway, that's the next project. Tomorrow we're going to be going live with a gaming day. It's been a while. And we're going to have some fun playing some Fallout 76 tomorrow. For those of you that would like to join. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Windwalker. But yeah, if you guys want to join in, I'll be playing some Fallout 76 on stream tomorrow. Wednesday, like I said, we're taking Wednesday off. I'm going to run some errands. And one of those errands is running to the hobby store. I need to get a list of things. My 1, 2, 3 blocks, which I might have to go to the hardware store for. Some new brushes, a flow medium, flow acrylic medium, and maybe a few other odds and ends. We'll see. So lots of fun stuff coming. I cannot wait to take on more projects on stream. I had a blast with this. I'm looking forward to growing the channel, and I'll need you guys' help for that. You know, sharing the stream, sharing the social media posts, and all of that good stuff is tremendous help. So thank you in advance. But that is all for me today. We're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I'm gonna let our boy over here dry, let his eyeballs set, and then I'll attach him to the candle holder with epoxy, and be on the lookout for those pictures. They are going to be coming your way in the next 24 hours. But anyway, that's enough for now, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody that questionable Fire Shadow, thank you guys for chatting it up and stream with me today. Anybody out there lurking, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Lurkers are always welcome here. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. I hope your week goes smashingly. I'll see you back here tomorrow for some Fallout 76. Until then, y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Fire Shadow, you have a good day too, sir. Take it easy. Later, guys.